It's a marvelous night for a moon dance, with all the stars up above in your eyes. Fantabulous nights to make romance, neath the cover of October.
So tell us more about the relationships you've built just enjoying cigars.
Actually, my dad has always been into cigars. He is Italian, and he is very much a red wine and cigar, or bourbon and cigar kind of guy. And my dad and I are really, really close. And so when I was about 16, he asked if I wanted to try one, and I thought it was the worst taste I'd ever had in my mouth. But over the years, just, you know, like with anything else, I've developed a taste, and now I really, really enjoy a good cigar.
So what's your favorite cigar experience?
My senior year of high school, I went on a senior trip to Cancun, Mexico. And in Cancun, they have the Cuban cohibas. And I saw, you know, they had this big box of them, and because it's Mexico, they were dirt cheap. And I was like, my dad would love these, but they're Cubans, and I have to figure out a way to get them back through customs. So I actually took them and put them in with my toiletries, since I knew they would look like feminine products on an x-ray. Pulled the rings off of each and every one of them so they wouldn't be identifiable as Cubans, put them in my pocket, got them through customs, and brought them to my dad.
Tell us more about the relationships you've built just enjoying cigars.
It's something that's just a social activity. You know, I enjoy doing it with my dad. I don't usually go out and smoke cigars with people just because I don't really know a whole lot of people who enjoy a cigar. You know, like they think, oh, they stink or blah. You know, like my grandfather used to smoke one. It's like, no, you know, there's a lot, you know, a lot of my girlfriends are like, oh, well, you know, there's nothing feminine about it. I'm like, sure there is. But I really enjoy, you know, just being able to enjoy a good cigar, and it's a nice flavor to bring in with, you know, wine or whatever else, and it's just enjoyable, especially, you know, teaching someone who may have had some preconceived notions about cigars. It's really nice to be like, no, actually, you know, it's not this big stinky thing that your grandfather was chewing on and that fell out of his teeth. You know, it's actually, you know, can be really refined and really nice, and it doesn't have to be a special occasion. You just light one up and go for it.
So what would you tell the government, the FDA, about their attempt to regulate cigars?
I think it's one of those things. Personally, when it comes to politics, I think everything's a matter of compromise, you know, and I think that cigars should be just like cigarettes. You know, I understand not everyone wants to smell it, not everyone enjoys it. I'm not here to try to force it on you, but you know, I think it's ridiculous when you see restaurants that have smoking areas, but if you light up a cigar, they ask you to put it out, but a cigarette's fine, and I'd much rather smell a cigar than a cigarette. So I think just keeping in mind that even though it's not as popular as cigarette smoking, just remember that it is something that a lot of people enjoy doing, and there's no reason that you should have any kind of special legislation as far as where you can smoke and when you can smoke.
So how do you feel about the FDA's suggestion to prohibit cigar smoking within 200 yards of the point of sale?
I think that's kind of silly. That's like saying you can't go to a bar and buy a beer and then enjoy it at the bar. You know, I think that each cigar shop, you know, if they want to have their rules about you can't smoke in the shop, that's fine. I'm not here to tell you how to run your business, but you know, I see like a lot of I enjoy going to breweries, and a lot of them, you know, they give you samples and you try it out. You know, you talk with people who know them, and it's just a really great experience. And I think that that's part and parcel of the whole cigar experience. So I think it's kind of ridiculous that they're trying to do that.
Imagine a world where everything was regulated, there were no humidors, and you could only smoke in your house. What would that be like?
It means that we're officially a nanny state society. I think what I do in my own home is my own business. And you know, it's just one of those things. I think that cigars, unfortunately, have almost become, you know, kind of like other things that people smoke illegally, even though they do it anyway. That, you know, it's very much, oh, you know, the government's saying you can't do that, and it's, to me, if you outlaw it, people are going to do it anyway. You know, I'm a little bit